just record it. But yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Just like with the branch off, and maybe keep the chorus around population. That's the real general
Yeah.
section.
So basically, this is a shout out to all the fans right now. This is Mobius here, trying to do my first podcast, and basically excited to give a shout out to everybody who's been supporting me throughout this whole journey. And I'm really grateful to all the fans and everybody right now who's keeping it real and going on and linking up to the Mobius the Shepherd website and going in, sending me a message or just keeping it real and playing the videos and, just giving out basically myself. I'm giving out CDs for free, so it's never been a matter of selling out or anything like that. So no one who knows me's got to worry about that. But it's more or less just a matter of putting the hobby out to the people, and it's I'm definitely standing behind all that. So all the fans know that this is just this for people that like the Everything I Knew video, which just for those that don't know, aired on firstpost.com on Tuesday. I believe that was January 25th, 2012. Mobius the Shepherd's video my video appears on firstpost.com's page, and basically that somehow generated some quick PR with some different folks. So it was a pretty cool thing. So basically, it's now a matter of progressing to the next level. So just trying to maybe talk to a couple of booking agents locally in Rhode Island. I know there's going to be folks coming right now with some hope for me to do some shows in other parts of the U.S. So anyone with connections who's listening to this, who's listening to Mobius the Shepherd, who knows about thought process or who knows about pneumatic impact, basically know that we're here kicking it. Both are very reachable, and both are always willing, still promising what we promised 4 years ago. Actually, now that I'm doing the math, 6 years ago, when constructed criticism came out, and basically, those who don't know, Thought Process released an album in 2006 comprised of myself, Mobius the Shepherd, and Pneumatic Impact, who lives out in Seattle, made an album basically in 2006 that most of the material was written in between 2004 and 2005 and finally emerged in 2006. And basically, once that CD came out, we did about 1,000 copies, 500 each, between Pneumatic Impact and myself, and just basically giving it out, and hundreds were given out or sold, or some are being sold on Amazon.com right now for $13.99 new or $8.99 used. So, but I'm still giving them out. I'm still giving out the original Thought Process CD for free to people. Just it's a rare edition. There's only so much copies I have left, but just to do it and get it out there and for people, and people are burning copies to friends and neighbors, and I'm just getting it out to the people, which is where it came from, and people, journalists are now asking me, why I got into this or why Pneumatic Impact got into this. And we were just and I still have conference calls with Pneumatic Impact at least weekly, or, depending on how busy we are. We've gone, he's in the Coast Guards and he's busy with his thing, and I'm doing my career in technical recruiting. And basically on our spare time, we're working on material cross-continentally between Seattle, Washington, and the Providence, Rhode Island area where I'm currently residing. And basically, really exciting future, but keeping it low key. Those who know me, and Dan Mer is, I'm Dan Mer also, so, people know me that way, or Mobius is has always been the name for those who know me since back in 1999, 2000, when, Mark Lorette and myself, Dan Mer, basically, we had been starting to go to what's called the Black Repertory Theater in 1999. They used to have a kind of an open mic session on Fridays, I believe, Friday nights, back in like the year 2000, 1999. And that was about their first performance where they got up on the mic. It was myself and Pneumatic Impact. And then we released a demo tape around that time. I think that was in 1998, actually. was the first EP of original thought process. Me and him just kind of freestyling, recording tracks, and it was just joking around. And a couple people had a copy and they thought it was funny or whatever. But I went back to it a couple years later, and I went back to him, and we were in different parts of the country, and took a little while to track Pneumatic Impact down. Basically collaborated back about 6 years later in 2004, and started working on what eventually became Constructive Criticism, which is out and about, and was the first Thought Process album. But in terms of, for me as Mobius, it was my first ability to get into the exposure into the music industry, and also learning a lot from Pneumatic Impact, who's has more experience maybe in production and the music career, and basically helped me like as a good coach to. And if you hear the Thought Process tracks, you hear how it evolved from that to some of my solo material, and basically, that the stuff you're hearing, Everything I Knew, which is the newest video right now, and the one that's on finalpost.com, is also, the song itself was written in 2007. Which a lot of people don't know. That actually, I have newer material, a couple of videos. If you go onto mobiustheshepherd.com and MySpace, put in Mobius the Shepherd in Google, and you can hear all the tracks pop right up, and basically, you can hear. Some of these newer songs, and I'm going back into a new studio right now, basically my home studio in Warwick, Rhode Island, where I'm living. Basically, finally getting my own studio back after moving from Connecticut about 8 months ago. So now back here, and my wife is expecting a baby in 3 months, the second child. I already got a 4-year-old, so I'm all about the family and working hard. But this new music's definitely geared going out to the families and going out to everybody, Americans or all around the world.